This actually was the first episode in a really long time that didn't hurt to watch. Hi everybody, and welcome back to Watch Riverdale with me. Today we're going to be continuing watching season 5 episode 12. So last week Riverdale came back. What's going on and where do we leave off? Jughead is off to New York. Veronica got her blue opal back. Her and Archie are not seeing each other anymore. Archie trying to save the day as per usual. Reggie debating going good. He's on the fence. Cheryl is seeing Jason again, and Cheryl's mom's starting a church dedicated to Jason. I think those are all the main things. Okay, let's start.
Tony Soprano, Scarface.
Alright, so we got a little Hiram Lodge, a shirtless Hiram Lodge montage. Ooh, we might find out why he wants to destroy Riverdale so bad. Honestly, there's so many weird plot lines that I forget half of them. Like, I don't know if they've ever told us why, or if there's a reason why he wants to, like, destroy the town and he hates all these kids. I don't recall. And I don't care to recall.
Rose.
Looks like we might be getting some backstory on Reggie, on how he turned super bad. Ooh, so this actually might be interesting. I feel like we don't really get to dive deep into characters like Reggie. They're kind of just always there in the background. Also, look, I gotta say, Reggie's a looker. So it looks like Reggie wants a promotion with Hiram, you know? He has some big ideas. He looks like he wants respect. He's used to being, tossed to the curb. Just do what I say. He wants to be his own person. Okay. I actually don't mind Reggie. I think he has some potential for some interesting character growth. Yo, if they make Reggie sing, that's when I call it quits on the show.
I named her Bella, and boy oh boy, the great memories Bella and I
So
made
Reggie's
together.
really trying to, like, step it up here. I think he just wants approval. I think he just wants to prove that, like, he can do things on his own. And, he's not just some dumb kid. Like, he's capable of, like, doing great things. Well, I mean, I don't know how to put it, but you know what I'm trying to say. Why are men so obsessed with cars? Emotional speech
This is the
time.
car your son will pick up his prom date in.
Cute.
The car he'll take with him to college. The car he'll get laid in.
We'll take it. Right, Dad?
That's a little bit of a strange pitch for a car with a son and father there. But okay, Reggie. What did I say? What did I say? Reggie's father is mad at him. Why did you steal my thunder away from me? See, Reggie's always in the shadows. He's sick of being everybody's, like, little lapdog. He wants to be his own dog.
Beat me like you used to.
Oh, I forgot about all the history between him and his father. See, that's the problem when you only give these side characters, like, one episode across 5 seasons. Let's start focusing on other characters too, other than the main 4. Because the main 4 are getting a little bit stale. So Reggie is so connected with Hiram because he sees Hiram as more of a father figure than his own father. And I bet you any mother, and I bet you any money that Hiram knows this. He knows that his father used to hit him. He knows about the rocky relationship and is using that to his advantage and kind of manipulating Reggie into getting him to do exactly what he wants because he's like, oh, this guy looks up to me as a father, so let me manipulate him, get him to do my dirty work, and he'll still respect me over his own father. Hiram sneaky.
Reggie, what about our dream about being partners?
Dream about being partners? Bro, you hit your son. You traumatized your son. Whose dream is it to be car sales partners?
That's your dream, Dad.
You tell him,
From
Reggie.
where I'm standing, my future is with Hiram.
Okay, that's a little confused, but I have faith that Reggie will figure it out. I like Reggie. I'm a big Reggie stan. This episode is probably one of the best in the past couple of seasons, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, now
Reggie is a grown man
Reggie's dad
who makes his own.
is talking to Hiram. Ooh, battle of, like, the fathers. See, this is really interesting dynamic what we got going on here. Because, like, obviously his father, piece of garbage. But also the man he's working for, Hiram, piece of garbage. He's just so blinded by the fact that he wants a real father figure. that he doesn't see that Hiram's bad. Okay, I like the idea of them going into like the backstory of these characters. So now we're stepping into the backstory of Hiram Lodge's character. And side note, I don't really like when they do flashbacks in this show. They've done it quite a lot where they like act it out. Here we go, back with the palladium. Oh, so apparently there's so much palladium in Riverdale. Everything's connected. Sorry, I didn't mention the reason why I don't like these flashback episodes is I just don't like it. And like I hate how the characters play like older versions of like their parents. So like in this case, Hiram is literally playing Hiram Lodge, the actor character. Hiram Lodge, the actor, is playing his father right now, right? It's like that episode where they all played their parents, like Veronica, Archie, and Betty. I don't like that. Oh, so Hiram's family moved to Riverdale. Wow, the man hates this town. It's all coming together. Why he hates this town now. And all the actors are playing like their parents. I don't know, I kind of hate that. Does anyone else hate that? No real reason I can give to you on why I hate that. I just don't like it.
You can ask me out every day, Jaime, but my answer...
Oh, I just got so confused because I watch all my shows with captions and his name in the captions is Jamie. Look, I understand like chasing after the girl of your dreams, but there's a point where it becomes creepy. If someone says no, they mean no. Men need to learn how to take frickin' rejection. It's interesting to see how he became a gangster here.
As long as I shine shoes for a living, I was a second-class citizen.
So let's become a gangster, baby. Woo! She's finally gonna say yes because this man has money. This is definitely an interesting episode because they're showing us his past to like kind of explain everything and explain the way he is now. And it's like kind of evoking some like sympathy and understanding. But like you don't want to feel bad for him because he's done so many horrible things, regardless of what the reasons are and what, you know, the original reason of him turning into this big bad guy is. Like you can't forgive some of the things he's done. But it's interesting for sure. The most goated character in all of Riverdale is Pop Tate. Hiram isn't a snitch. Will that cost him? Stay tuned. Okay, maybe this is why I find this whole like kids playing their parents thing weird. Is that Veronica, even though she's playing Hermione and is literally kissing her father, even though it's not her father playing the actor of Hiram. See, oh, this is so confusing. But you hear what I'm saying? Like, it's weird because Veronica's playing her mom, but she's still like Veronica in our minds, and she's kissing her dad, even though it's not her dad because she's playing her mom. So it's fine, and that's not even her dad's character, so that's double fine. But isn't that weird? Like, that's weird.
Buena or Lodge, you'll still be shining my old man shoes for burgers, Jaime.
Now that's an interesting parallel. That's Reggie's dad making fun of Hiram. Tables have turned. Now he's buddies with his son. So Hiram is not getting like he just wants to make his family proud. Like he said, he's doing this all for his family, and he's not getting the respect that he wants to have. Like he wants to make his father and mother proud, but they're not proud of him clearly. So he's upset, and this is why he isn't. See, the world turns around. This is why he's helping out Reggie. Oh my goodness, wow. Uh-oh. So Hiram Lodge's dad is going to speak to the gangster. This can only end one way. This is literally parallel to Reggie's dad coming to Hiram present time and being like, leave my son alone. Oh my god. His father died. And now Hiram is going to feel responsible for it. And that's why he's so obsessed with Riverdale and why he hates Riverdale and why he wants the Palladium to like do what his father could never accomplish. It all makes sense. Yo, bold move. The main gangster is coming to the funeral of his dad. It's a good thing your father's dead. Bro, this guy's ruthless. It's not gonna end well for him. You can tell this man is plotting. So I love how he just casually went to Pop's to get 2 milkshakes after killing 3 men, and he also didn't clean up before he did that. He was just like, you know, whatever. The tables have turned. He's the one getting his shoes shined. And he tips big. Hermione literally only cares about moving to New York. Like, she's like, she went through all of this just to have her penthouse. Here we go. So the whole reason he came back to Riverdale however many moons ago and however many seasons it was back was because palladium is real. It's all about palladium, guys. What a crazy storyline. Succeed where my father had failed. What did I not call it? That he came back to Riverdale to finish his father's dream of finding the palladium. The whole prison wasn't even real. He was just getting them to dig out his palladium. Oh, it was a small yield. Darn, only a couple of nuggets of this $100,000 million precious metal or whatever it was. What a shame. There's one under the blossom maple groves. Uh-oh. There's gonna be some fights. That's Cheryl and her mother are definitely not gonna let that go. Everything he's done will be for nothing if he doesn't get the palladium under the maple groves or whatever. What about your 2 daughters? Is that not a success enough?
I will finish what my father began.
Reggie is so naive. He respects Hiram so much for having like everything, but really Hiram, you know, might have all the money, the business, the respect, but he's not happy. He doesn't have a family. His daughters don't talk to him. His wife left him. You know, what's he really have? Palladium? I guess he's trying to avenge his father, but like after that, like what's the point? He needs to focus on himself and the people around him. What? So his original gangster that, you know, took him in is at a nursing home and he wants to visit him? This is the first time he's come to visit the man who murdered his father. Oh, he just killed Vito. Oh, okay. So Hiram is saying, I don't need you anymore, Reggie. So it looks like Hiram has done a little bit of growing himself and is like, I'm not gonna corrupt this kid. I don't want this kid to turn into me. Someone who's been, you know, searching for palladium his whole life and who's held a grudge for all these years. I mean, rightfully so, he killed his father. But he doesn't want Reggie to do the same. Okay, we have a little healing moment between father and son right now. Everything can be solved with communication, folks. So Hiram just casually just in his bed eating a tub of ice cream, creepily watching his ex-wife and daughter. Like, I'm really confused. Is this like them on their show? Or is this like him just like hacking into security cameras and watching them have lunch? Like, this is kind of creepy. Okay, so his other daughter was in on it? Because his grandfather, he said your grandfather's been avenged.
A bullet to the head.
Oh my god. So his first daughter worked at the security home, so this was a long-term plan so she could wipe the footage. Oh, I understand why he's obsessed with the palladium. Because he wants to take it all. Because the palladium like broke his father and like, you know, killed a part of him.
My father. I'll get back everything else I've lost too.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So he's basically like avenging his father and making, you know, everything right with his father, making him proud, doing everything, getting rid of everything that destroyed his father. And then once he's done that, he's gonna get his family back and win his family back. Okay, interesting plot line. Okay, so the episode's over. My final thoughts. So this actually was the first episode in a really long time that didn't hurt to watch, that wasn't filled with cringe, which I was shocked by. You know, I was kind of fearing for my life that there'd be another singing number after last week's debacle. But yeah, they really switched it up on us, and I actually quite enjoyed this episode. I think because we got to dive deep into these, you know, 2 characters who, well, Hiram gets a lot of screen time, but like we don't really, you know, see much of him other than him having like a couple lines that he's gonna kill someone or destroy someone or whatever, right? So it's interesting to really dive deep into both these characters and see their resemblance to each other and their differences as well. You know, we've got lots of character growth in just this one episode, from especially Reggie, some character growth in Hiram as well. And, you know, this episode provided like the backstory to Hiram and why he is the way he is, which is really interesting, kind of evokes, you know, emotion, sympathy, trying to put you in his shoes, but at the same time, this is also a really horrible man. But you can see that he's starting, well, I don't know if he's starting to realize his wrongs or to right his wrongs, but you know, it shows that he's aware of what he's doing and he's aware of the person he's become, and at least he was good enough to recognize that and to not, you know, send Reggie down the same path, because he's easily could have. He's been, you know, manipulating him, like I said at the beginning of the episode. So he kind of changed in that way. So that was really nice to see. And who knows, maybe we'll get a full Hiram hero moment turnaround this season. And it looks like Reggie's already on the path to good, which is also interesting character development. I don't know, I really enjoyed getting really into Reggie's character this week. I think that's something that Riverdale really lacks over the past couple of seasons, is that they just spend so much time on the 5 main characters, and you know, there's only so much content that we could keep with them and before it gets just cringy and annoying. So it's really interesting to dive deep into, you know, the lives of these two. But yeah, not expecting this episode. I was expecting a really bad one. I thought this episode was really good, even though, again, like I said, the kids acting as their parents is really weird and like the flashback things. But really good episode. Wasn't cringy, no singing. I was quite happy with it, not gonna lie. Interesting character development, interesting connections. Yeah, it was a really good episode. Can't believe I'm saying that. But yeah, that was season 5, episode 12. Let's see what happens next week. We'll go back to the cringy stuff, probably. Yay us. You know, Riverdale was kind enough not to give us any singing moments this episode, but that just means we skip one. Next week we're coming in with half the show singing. Just watch. But yeah, that was it. Make sure to subscribe, give it a like, and let me know if you want to see more. I'll probably keep making them, whether you watch them or not, but I hope you enjoyed watching Riverdale with me. And with that, bye!